Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I have a 6x8 pocket page here. These are photos from Dublin and from Trinity College specifically, which you can see right there. And I do have these two items here because I want to incorporate them into the layout. These actually came on some things that I purchased in the gift shop. So this one, this one actually came on the umbrella I bought, and I had to buy it, not because it was raining there. I had beautiful weather when I was there, but I formerly had purchased an umbrella in Ireland and sadly left it in the back of a lift ride I had when I was in New York City. So it is no more. So I figured, well, if I'm back in Dublin, I'm using the opportunity, get a new umbrella. This one was just, I think, from a t-shirt. I bought my husband a shirt when I was there because he had been in Trinity College too at a different time and wanted me to get him something else when I was there, so I did. But I love that they have holes here that I can do string in there or brads or something. I mean, just to make it a little fun, add some life to the layout. So I want to incorporate those in some way. And then I have these photos from sort of the exterior of the quad area, and I have a lot of dead space here. That is the perfect opportunity to maybe stamp, use a phrase label, find some ephemera, something. So this photo I think I'll leave alone. This will get something. This one I'm tempted to leave alone too, because this archway and the sky and everything is just beautiful. So I think these two are going to get the most attention. I was looking through a bunch of my travel themed phrases just to see if there's anything I might like to use. And I actually did find this one. And I think I want to use it in this dead space that I talked about. It's kind of an odd color. It's a little pink, which I didn't think I would want. But between that and the font that's on there, I think it blends in with the kind of pinky, orangey, those colors, and then the brown tone of the big door there. So I think I could get away with it if I used it here. And I love that it says good views ahead, because right next to it is this lovely view. And then actually it sets you up for the next layout, because on the other side of this, I have some stunning views of the architecture in that main part of campus. So I think it all kind of fits nicely together. I think to add a little bit more visual interest to this, I'm also going to put in some staples like so along the side. And I generally do not like measure these or anything. I just kind of eyeball it. And if they're not perfectly even, it's fine. Actually, these turned out to be quite even across from each other, so that's great. But if they aren't, I don't worry about it too much. I just eyeball it because that's kind of the amount of effort I want to put in when it comes to staples. I don't want to have to think too hard about it. Now I have to pick out a background for these, and obviously not gray because there's gray in the tags already, but maybe a light blue. There is some blue here, but it's darker for the Trinity logo, but maybe a lighter blue. If I could even find something that was a mix of kind of a light gray, beige, whatever you want to call that, stone type color, and this burnt orange, that actually might be perfect because it would also blend with this door. So I'm gonna go grab out my scraps and just see what I can find. I grabbed out my bags of my orange scraps and brown. I'm going to start with those. If I don't find anything I like in here, I probably will then go to blue, but I'm really hoping that I have something in here that will match what I want. All right, a couple of things here. I found two pieces of paper that might function for this layout here. I'm really digging the pattern here. I think it might be a little too much, but I'm digging it. I like it. I love the color, love the pattern. And then I have this one, which is much more subtle, but it's a great color. It's almost a perfect match to that. Undecided there, but I have them. I'm also thinking maybe I need to switch here so that these two grayish buildings are diagonal from each other, and then the orange hues are diagonal from each other. Now, the only problem with that is I have already stapled that down there, and I wanted these to not be on top of each other. So the only way to really resolve that problem, I think, is to add something to one of these photos if I want to keep them in this configuration. So it probably means I have to stamp something here, hang something off the side or the top. I'm not sure, but I really don't want to wreck this lovely arch. Maybe it would be better to do something on the bottom. I could cover up these people. Then you don't miss the tower here and you don't miss the arch. I don't know. I'll worry about that later. That's for future me to worry about. Right now, I have to figure this out. So, which paper is it going to be? Which one would you pick? Are you more of a pattern type person or more of a subtle background person when it comes to things like this? I'm very much undecided, but I got to make up my mind quickly here. Well, I have decided to give myself the best of both worlds. I've cut this down to a 3x4 so I can use it as the background. And then I'm going to cut down a little piece of this and I think maybe tear it along the edge just enough so that you can see the color and see the pattern so I get a little bit of both, but it's not too overwhelming. That's my plan anyway. We'll see what happens when I actually put it all together and then put these on top. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll hate it. We'll find out. All right, there you have it with the torn piece of the top. And I am totally in love with that. I think I'm going to kind of overlap these like so. Then I will probably use some little rhinestones, I think. I thought about brads, and I'm not totally giving up on brads. Maybe if I had like a dark brown like this, that would be okay. But if not, I'm just going to grab out my trusty rhinestones here and either go with clear or maybe the blue and add those in just for a little something extra. And it's nice to have a little bit of texture there too. Not totally 3D, but just enough to give some visual interest. When I went into my stash of brads to look at what I had, I discovered I have exactly 2 of these left, and these might be the perfect way to go. If I can get them out of here. There we go. They're a little bit bigger than I would have liked, but they're a very nice shade of brown. They're shiny, they're not matte. So I think those might look pretty good right there. I still could do something really fancy if I wanted to. I actually have a mist spray that I think it's called terracotta. I think I also have another one that's copper actually. So I could spray a little bit on there if I wanted to just give this some extra shine. But I'm going to start with these by putting in the brads and then I'll make up my mind. All right, there's that card all put together. Love it with those brads. Those were perfect. Meant to be that I had 2 left and this is how they got used. So now I'm down to my last thing, or hopefully the last thing, which is to find a phrase or maybe something even circular that I could hang off the edge. It would mimic this curve and this that you see here. Look at, they're all over the place. And would maybe cover up some of this and even out these embellishments. So let's take a look, shall we? Well, I found the perfect element except for what it says. It's round. Look at those colors. They're perfect. But I have a problem with it because it says explore the unknown. Trinity is very known to me. I have been there before, fell in love with it, still love it. That's why I wanted to go back again. And nobody would probably know that but me, or people very close to me who would know that I have been to Dublin before. But I can't bring myself to use it because of that reason. So I'm still looking through all of my stash stuff here, some general travel stuff there, some more here, to see if I can find anything else that might fit in this pocket. So in my stash of general travel stuff, I found these stickers. I was trying so hard to find something I could use. And I pulled off this one because look at these blues. It's not a perfect match to that, but boy, these are close. So I'm wondering if down here I can do one of those. And then actually to bring it in to 3 out of 4 of these, again, I could use another one of these right underneath here. There is open space there. I'm not sure how that would look, but I'm willing to give it a try. I have put that sticker on, and then this one, when I took off, I cut off the end that was the pennant because that's not going to work really if I want to center it. So I just cut it down, or cut that off, and then cut down both sides to get it a little shorter. And then if I want it right in the middle, I can overlap it little bit, not a lot, just a little, maybe like so. Oop, that's a little crooked. A little higher on the left side. You know, I actually kind of like it. It brings more color into the photo, which I didn't anticipate, but I like it. So I'm wondering, am I good now then? Because I've got that in 3 there. And I suppose if I wanted to do just a little bit of splattering over here, that might help draw the eye up to the upper left as well. I'm debating. I don't want to do it and then regret it. Oh, is it good enough as is or not? I added just a few splatters of this, which is the golden terracotta. It's from Tattered Angels Glitter Mist, so it's a little bit sparkly when it dries. And I just did a little bit, a couple spots up here, a couple down here. I think that's totally enough. It just gives it a little bit of shine to it, attracts the eye up here as well as to the other items that are in the layout, and I think that's enough. Actually, no, I lie. I'm going to put in a mini staple right here at the edge because that was looking kind of bare. There we go. Now I think it's done. So here's another one finished for Dublin. Thanks for watching.